4th of July, around a decade ago, Jeremy Hendricks and his wife went out to celebrate in the Northwest Hills neighborhood. That's when they first saw them. This group of women decked out in red, white, and bling, and behaving a little oddly.
We went to a parade and saw these crazy ladies marching down the street with their lawn chairs, and my wife was enamored with it.
They call themselves the Lawn Chair Brigade, and Jeremy's wife, Lynn, immediately knew she had to be part of whatever the heck was going on here. Soon enough, she joined up.
She is now the hospitality chair. She calls herself because she brings the Jell-O shots to the practice the night before.
Now, Jeremy has been supportive, but he also doesn't quite get it.
I can't get out of any of them how it got started, why they do it exactly, other than the camaraderie, I guess. But yeah.
So you're like, what is my wife up to?
That's exactly right. What has she gotten herself into?
At a recent Lawn Chair Brigade practice, Lynn told me she kind of can't believe Jeremy is still bugging her about this after all this time.
He asked, did you ever find out about how the Lawn Chair Brigade started? And I was like, no. And he's like, so you're just part of a cult? I'm like, no, I'm not a part of a cult. Like, no cult meets once a year for the 4th of July parade.
Well, you really can't be too sure. I mean, they're not drinking any Kool-Aid, but Lynn herself is providing the Jell-O shots. So I told Jeremy I'd look into it. Maybe questions about all-female lawn chair drill teams require a woman's touch. It didn't take long to see that this group enjoys something of a celebrity status in Northwest Hills. Longtime troop leader Ann Dinkler often gets recognized while out and about.
I've given autographs on cocktail napkins in the neighborhood. I don't want you thinking I'm a serious drinker, but, you know.
Ann joined in 1999. For every year a brigade member marches, they get a ribbon to pin on their chair. And no one has more ribbons than Ann. So if anyone should know how this all got started, it's her.
It's a little bit fuzzy. That's a little bit fuzzy.
Okay, so the group had already been up and running for a while when Ann joined. She really only knew rumors about how it began. But she went digging for me. She even dusted off her old AOL account looking for clues. And that fuzzy picture started to come into focus. A picture of a small gaggle of neighborhood friends clanging down the street.
I can just hear the bump, 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 hitting the street with the edges of the lawn chair.
This is Marilyn Hill Henderson, the original godmother of the Lawn Chair Brigade. She's the tall blonde woman leading the crew in this footage from 1995. Marilyn got this started a few years earlier. She just moved to Austin and wanted to find a way to connect with people in her neighborhood. With a background as a high school majorette, she had her eye on the annual 4th of July parade.
So all that kind of came together when I saw that clip of the guys with the briefcases.
So she's talking about the Fred Hill briefcase drill team. For decades, these businessmen from Michigan suited up and performed at parades in Detroit and even the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. So Marilyn thought, why not do something like that in Northwest Hills? But, you know, with lawn chairs. See, she'd spent a lot of time at this county fair in Mississippi, where there's a tradition called the lawn chair race. Go! Everyone rushes down to a performance stage with chairs in hand to try and get the best seat for a show.
So I had a real orientation to lawn chairs, and I don't know, it seemed like such a summer thing. And so, you know, Americana.
She brought the idea to two women in her neighborhood.
It was probably over cocktails.
Sensing a theme. That's Patty Myers. She, Marilyn, and another woman named Juliet Vanderplug all had kids around the same age. They'd all get together and watch them play on Friday nights. And Patty says she and Juliet were immediately game for Marilyn's big plan.
We all three had experience being in some form of performance in high school. I mean, I think we all three were sassy little show-offs, frankly.
In the beginning, it was just a few women working up routines in Patty's cul-de-sac. They sometimes called themselves the Tacky Texas Tarts. Juliet says people got a real kick out of their parade debut.
I remember PJ Pierce was on the side watching, and she yelled out at us, "I want to do that next year, call me."
That woman, PJ Pierce, she actually did join up after that. She ended up becoming a really important member of the group.
I wanted to do it because it just sounded like silly fun.
But this is where things get a little complicated, because PJ remembers this whole story very differently from Marilyn and her original crew.
I must have a much better memory than she does.
PJ says when she first yelled at the ladies from the side of the road, there were no lawn chairs. Not yet. No, she says they were doing something entirely different.
They sat in the back of a convertible, had their prom dresses on or evening dresses on with a ribbon that said, "Ladies who like parades."
As I said, totally different.
I was there the first year that we did lawn chairs. I know that.
That's interesting, because they think they did lawn chairs from the beginning.
They did not.
Now, Marilyn, Patty, and Juliet all say they have no memory of ever wearing gowns. So, like Anne said, it's a little fuzzy. But all of these women agree on what happened next. Within a few years, the original trio moved on from the brigade. Life got busy. They just got tugged in new directions. PJ stepped up to keep the brigade going. And under her leadership, women were joining left and right. Even the occasional man got involved. They became a staple of the parade, so much so that the one year they decided to skip it, PJ got a call from the president of the neighborhood association. He'd gotten complaints.
He said, "I've called to ask you specifically to do the lawn chair brigade." So I said, "Okay, Larry."
The ladies were back the next year. They haven't missed a parade since. What started as a way for three neighbors to bond over silly fun became a local tradition, shared with generations of women. Marilyn passed the baton to PJ, who eventually passed it to Anne. And Anne only continued to grow the group. It was mostly middle-aged women. At some point, the group actually nicknamed themselves the Hot Flashes. And they had an unofficial rule. If you're menopausal, you're in. Premenopausal, you gotta audition. All jokes aside, Anne says everyone is welcome.
The common denominators, these are fun women. They know how to yuck it up. They all like to strut their inner ham.
Anne's even brought some local luminaries into the fold. State representatives, judges, county commissioners. In fact, so many people joined over the years that a problem emerged. It was hard finding enough lawn chairs. They have to be vintage, the lightweight aluminum kind that it's easy to twirl around. Anne says they've scoured estate sales and gone dumpster diving to find them. Sometimes anonymous supporters even drop them in her driveway.
I have 21 in my garage. My husband threatens to divorce me, but as of now, that's all talk.
This surplus means that Anne can always be in recruitment mode, which I found out the hard way when I asked if I could record a rehearsal.
Only if you perform. Join us, Olivia.
Well, that didn't sound cult-like at all. But I had no choice. I had to go gonzo.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Thank you. Thank you. I learned a lot at rehearsal, including the lawn chair ladies' patented choreography, moves dubiously named the in and out, the zipper, and the clap. I may have also taken a Jell-O shot. It's all a little fuzzy. I asked as many of the brigade members as I could, why do you do this? Most of them answered a lot like Rachel Rogers.
It's fun. It's good to have some whimsy in life.
So there's an answer to Jeremy Hendrick's question. Why do the lawn chair ladies do what they do? Girls just want to have fun, Jeremy. But actually, I think it's a little deeper than that. When I talked to the brigade members, I also heard a lot about camaraderie, about sisterhood. Here's Anne.
Every year, there are women I never see. I just see them this one time a year, and it's like we talked the day before. That interconnection, it's fabulous. It's, estrogen city.
Really, it's a tradition the whole community looks forward to, rain or shine. Even in tough years, like during COVID, when the brigade still got out and marched in the Randall's parking lot. Anne remembers one especially difficult year, when a longtime brigade member passed away from cancer.
And her husband missed her so much. He just showed up in a tutu with the necklace on, and we were all of us almost in tears. But he was fabulous. He knew all the routines because he'd been watching his wife for 10 years.
So, yes, the Lawn Chair Brigade is about fun. But fun isn't always a trivial thing. Silliness can be magic, and joy can be medicine. Tonight, we're bringing a little bit of that magic here to you. Please welcome, in their Bass Concert Hall debut, the ladies who like parades, the tacky Texas tarts, the hot flashes, the fabulous Northwest Hills Lawn Chair Brigade.
Time I met a girl of a different kind. We rule the world. I thought I'd never lose her out of sight. We were so young. I think of her now and then. I still hear the songs. It might be
She's a number one. Sound off. Sound off. Bring it on down now. 1, 2. Brigade!
Ladies, do we think they can handle it? All right, on 3, ladies. Our big finale. Prepare yourselves if you're in the front row. Don't you worry, child. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line, chair, brigade.
The end of Act 1. Feel free to go grab a drink in the lobby. We'll be back in 20 minutes with more great stories.